So I know I mentioned on my last video that we would be doing occasion wear this week. However, I did put it up my Snapchat asking what yous wanted to see this week. So was it occasion wear, introduction to Sport Bell Boutique, who we are, where we came from, and a Q&A, or a vlog of a buying trip? And the biggest reaction and most wanted video was for an SBB introduction and a Q&A. So that's what we're going to do today. So it's going to be a nice, easy, relaxed video. So in this section I'm just going to answer some of the questions that we got on Snapchat. I've tried to keep it quite minimal. I don't want to be waffling on. So what is Sport Bell Boutique? Okay, so Sport Bell Boutique is a fashion, accessories and footwear store in Magherafelt. We also have an online website and we have a ton of international customers. Our online website particularly just sort of exploded this year. We started off in a small 600 square foot store and then in 2013 when we opened, and within a year we had to expand into a much larger store. So then we kept on the old store and opened a footwear store in it. How did SBB start? So Sport Bell Boutique started for me in Australia, which is really weird. So I was living over there as at the head office of a fashion designer in their wholesale department. I came home in July, I rented our first store in August and it was open by October. So it just kind of went absolutely mad from then. As soon as I got off the airplane I just dove into starting the business. And I think the weekend that I came home from Australia I actually flew to London to meet with brands and it just started from there. So that is how SBB started. Did you expect to take it off the way it did? Absolutely no. In my business plan I had wrote that I wouldn't need any staff for 2 years. So I was going to work in Sport Bell Boutique all by myself for 2 years and I needed to employ a staff member within the second week. Okay, why did you open online? Because it just naturally happened, and it's as simple as that. We were posting out quite a lot over the phone orders and I thought to myself, why not develop an online store? So we opened Sport Bell in October and I had the website up and running by the following February, and that was my little child at the time. I had somebody working in the shop for me, I think it was Sarah at the time, and I had my baby of an online store which I worked at day and night. And yeah, that's why online's there. And yeah, but in my business plan I didn't have anything got to do online, but it just happened. What is the randomest country you've ever delivered to? This just gives you an idea of some of the countries that we have online customers in. So the Maldives, Iran, Iraq, Bahamas, Barbados, Peru, Kenya, Sri Lanka, Jamaica, Nigeria, Iceland, Taiwan, Hong Kong, quite a lot of orders from Hong Kong not so long ago, Saudi Arabia, and loads of European countries. But yeah, that just gives you a little idea. So to try and pick a random country that would just, they're all random to me. Tips for working mums. So my tips for working mums is that to totally wing it, which is all I'm doing right now. Yeah, so obviously if you don't know, I just had a baby 5 months ago, well nearly 6 months ago now, and I also have a 2-year-old. I mean obviously the business, and I think as well for us, we've only been open 4 years, but in those 4 years we have done so much in such a short period of time. I would love to be able to say be prepared and have bottles ready and, you know, bring chopped vegetables to meetings and give your child this, but no, I totally wing it. Emily just comes, sits around with me in her pram, and I'm lucky that she's a very good baby. And yeah, she is good enough that I can take places, but like this week I had a meeting down in Dublin and I couldn't take her with me. It is hard, but you just gotta wing it, you just gotta go with the flow. But I don't put much pressure on myself to have anything done by a certain deadline or anything anymore. Just whenever you have your children, you can't. I have fantastic girls in the shop. We have a really good team at the minute. So yeah, I do all the buying in store, which I can do a lot on my laptop and work from home, and they do all the sales and everything else and put products online in store. So I am lucky that way. Best baby products. Okay, so this is obviously another mom. It's so funny. I just get all these mom questions now since having my 2 children. See, best baby products. Number 1, the Sleepyhead, by far. Absolutely love it. Brought it in quite a lot into the shop whenever Emily was, because she was born in May. And then June, July, yeah, July was the launch of our big sale, so it's a busy time for us in store. So I had her in the shop in the Sleepyhead, just on my office table, and it was absolutely fantastic. She loved it. So yeah, definitely the Sleepyhead. Number 2 would be the Mummaroo. Oh my god, love it. She's in it right now. She absolutely adores it. So it's the little chair that rocks her back and forth. And number 3 would be probably the bottle prep machine, because I just couldn't live without that. So yeah, Sleepyhead, Mummaroo and bottle prep machine. So, and the last question is a question that I get asked a lot, probably about 3 or 4 times on social media a week, is any advice for people wanting to start out their own business. My advice would be is to put on blinkers, so have tunnel vision and just concentrate on your own business and what you want to provide for your customers. I wouldn't look at anybody else or what anybody else is doing at that time, because it's so funny that a business 10 miles away from another business selling the same product can have a completely different customer base, and their customers can want something completely different. Another tip would probably just never stop going forward. So I am quite obsessed by always doing better than the previous year. Always, and thankfully we always have. We actually opened a 3rd store last year. After a couple of months of having the 3rd store, I found out that I was expecting Emily, and I also realised that it was a hell of a lot of buying trips and a lot of work for one person. So I was having to go buying up to 6 times a year for footwear, accessories and clothing, and then do that all over again for the 2nd store. So it's a lot of work for 1 store, never mind 3. So for 1 person it just wasn't feasible. So we moved that other store solely online. Online rocketed. Our turnover for that year that we'd opened our 3rd store doubled. So we doubled our turnover, and we closed that store this year, and we have still doubled our turnover, and we're up 10% on the year. So just because you close 1 door doesn't mean that, oh my god, that is, you're failing at life. No, that's my point. Don't worry about what people think. If I really truly worried about people think, I probably wouldn't have closed that store. I probably would have ran myself ragged to do something that in my head I knew that I could do online for much less work. So much less driving and keeping an eye on things, just much less headache. So top tips are: be genuine, do your own thing, don't watch what anybody else is doing, don't worry about likes, worry about sales, and just keep going forward. I think that's it, and I think I have covered everything. And let me know what you think of this video. I hope, is that Emily? I don't know if you can hear Emily in the background. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Any comments or any suggestions, just leave them down below, and yeah, I'll just link our website down below and our social media, and I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.